Yo, when I was watching this guy's video, I was sharing that with my brother. I was like, yo, this guy's cool. And he started doing a hello or whatever he did. I don't know. I watched a lot of his YouTube video for motivation so I can create videos and build my dreams, right? But three people that come to mind on my spiritual journey, but actually I always was on my spiritual journey, just never aware of it, right? And, you know, when you were little, you learn to trust yourself. You learn to trust your instinct. But when you drown out the world, because I think artists, martial artists, any other, they live from within. Most of the time, I just don't like it when they always say all the answers within you. It's like all the answers within you, and then fucking spiritual, psychic people, law of attraction, fucking not humble, man. God damn, man. I mean, in my definition of humble, meaning that you can always learn more, but once you let your ego go to and then you don't let any other information in, then you lose out on that. That's like I don't know what is with the spiritual people in the psychic and law of attraction community. What that shit? I don't even know. Just because do you know that there are there's other successful people who know about this thing, but they are willing to learn more? It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. But three people that come to mind when I was I call it spiritual disruption, because I know that people say you're not lost, as Gary Vee or other people say, but I think it's more like a sense of self, right? You lost a sense of self. You lost that sense of center. You lost that sense of who you are. So you have not finding yourself. You have to dig. It's like in life, you question. In life, the experience that you have make you question. Is that really? Like Oprah Winfrey said, right? What's that? That's weird. Could that possibly happen? And you start to wonder about all these coincidences that happen in your life. Think about it. You think of what I remember one time. I know this I used to know him in middle school, and I had his picture. So I think about him, and one day I went out to the store or something, and I saw him. That's weird. What type of shit? That doesn't happen like that. That's weird. Coincidence, people say. What a small world. And then you question, and then you start bumping to more coincidences, and you're like, weird shit. People might ask, are you spiritual, Johnny? Well, in a different context, your spiritual awareness, I call it, will change as your experiencing changes, because you don't get to not progress, because you will always progress. It might not be in your mindset, it might not be in your knowledge, but in your body, sooner or later, you will grow, you will have family. It's not what you don't get to progress. You always get to progress. But it's the choices that we make that lead to that decision. So I call it spiritual disruption. So three people that come to mind that I watched when I was younger. I'm still younger, but never mind. 22 was the date where 21, 22. That's where I watch all these. I watch his YouTube videos. I feel like he's watching my videos. Thank you, world, for watching my video. If you're watching my video, because I feel like he's taking some of my whether his book and put it on his YouTube video. But it could be my ego talking, right? But in 22, I was in a different situation than I am now, right? As I climbed this whatever that I'm building for myself. It's a very different situation. I was a follower, right, of Ralph Smart work, Lennon Honored, and this guy, I wanted him on my YouTube channel. Some people don't know him. His name is Dahudi Madra. He talk about vocabulary, building it up, and spiritual type stuff, knowledge. And Ralph Smart videos help me a lot through understanding about what's happening. You know, when you're awakening aware, it's like, whoa, this is weird. Or was it always, you know, like this? Synchronicities, spiritual awakening. I remember I was watching What is Spiritual Awakening, right? Quote unquote. And I was watching Oprah Winfrey and everybody talking about, oh, it's a sense of oneness, peace within the world. But then it's just, after you know it, just fades out. Like, it fades out. Because you start to be oneness with everything, right? And I used to tell, because I think I was watching, what's his name? The Conversation with God. What's his name? I can't remember his name. People know his name really well, but I follow him on Twitter, but I can't remember. But you know, just by the title, Conversation with God, and I started talking to my mom. I was like, you know, that's God. Like, that's God. Like, this is God. I was like, what the fuck am I saying? I was like, but meaning that everything is just energy. That it's everywhere. It's the energy, right? And then we the thing is, we become the awareness, right? So Ralph Smart, Lennon and Arnold, and Duhuti Manara, I watched their video, and I love Duhuti Manara video more too, because he talk about developing the knowledge more, right? While spiritual people, psychic and law of attraction hate knowledge. They do for some odd reason. They say, "Oh, it's not what you know." Hey, it's okay if that's what you believe, and that's gonna get you to the next level. Because what you know will keep you stuck, but it won't make you any more higher consciousness just because you know them. So many of us. So he talked about how to raise your frequency. Many of us on our journey come to crossroad, feeling stuck in this. What's that? Man, I can't read. Raise your frequency is to have fun as possible, and also when you want to raise the frequency of your level, change the music that you listen to. I used to listen to fucking. I love Akon, right? I love Akon's song, but it'd be depressing as hell. Like, you never took the time to understand me and stuff like that. And I used to listen to that, and then no wonder nobody understand me, because I listened to that crap. It's not crap. It's good song. It's just that there are songs that kills your vibration, and there's songs that lift up your mood and make you feel bolder to do things. Whenever you feel depressed, you should listen to upbeat music to change your state, because it's your state. Like, I write down, because I was taking a shower, and I was like, I write down, self-help won't help you if your heart set and mindset aren't in the right place. Because people talk about mindset, it's all about mindset. But if your heart set, if you're in pain, if it's not in the right type of feeling, because I live in my emotion. People say you shouldn't live in your emotion. That'll kill you. But if you lived in that caused your mindset to be fucked. So you start not living out your true potential, because your heart set is not right. So you have to change your heart set to change your mindset. And they probably said, the body, when you change, the body, you change the mind. And also, knowing about the law of attraction and, like, people want to debate just because they're an expert in the law of attraction, just because they're spiritual people, doesn't mean they're right. I'm not trying to prove people wrong or not. I'm just trying to change the status quo within the spiritual law of attraction psychic community. The only way to do that is to disrupt the status quo. Because I'm pissed and I'm tired that... Look. It's okay, so it's like this, right? When you become an expert, how do you become an expert? You study more than anybody else, right? It's like you try. It's like where the Mark Cuban, right? If you don't know him, he's a billionaire, and he said you should know the industry more than anybody else, right? So that's why I'm willing to do that. People aren't willing to do that. They're not. My life is a little bit different now than it was, because now my videos get to be able to impact, not only that I get to watch their videos from a very younger age and become a follower of theirs, but they're using my not my ideas, but the value that I give into their videos to help other people, right? Because we have a platform that could change the heart set, mindset of spiritual people, psychic, law of attraction, self-help, successful people too, and whether in their business, their spirituality practice. Look, I'm human, and I will always have flaws. I'm not this goddamn saint. I'm not. That's why I never put myself as an expert, because once you put yourself an expert, you don't become better. You don't reach more higher as a person. And so you often lose that out in life. And he talked about oftentimes changing your focus, right? Let's say something happened in your life, whether it's my life or your life, and we go down to a path, because in life we have peaks and valleys, right? Because people always want the high, not the low. So let's say something happened in their life and it knocked up their game. They don't want to go down there. But that's the moment when you go down. It's when you pick up your back up and you develop yourself more. Then it's like, how you say it? When you fail and succeed, when you fail, you learn and you pick yourself up. Again, it might be harder, right? And you pick up yourself up. You start to incorporate what you have lost since the top, right? You lost that. And you need to change that focus into, I'm stubborn and I usually go into my emotion, but I'm thankful, right, for my family, right, that they help me with that, my mindset, right? So to change your focus is change what you do daily. To change, let's say you, focus, right? Sometimes we lose focus on things that are not important. We chase the news and we watch this and all this crap and say, you know what? We're not focusing on the things that what's important to us. We say we want this, but we're not willing to do this, right? Because it's, in the spiritual, psychic, and law of attraction, they want it easy. But the top players, I feel like the top players, they don't like it easy for some odd reason, right? They say, I'm not knocking on them. I'm just saying that they like it. Like, that's where they got what they are. They said they don't want it easy. But law of attraction and psychic said you should take it easy. And people was like, who you be watching content? Well, successful people, right? I don't often watch like very deep spiritual stuff. I know about them and I've seen them, but it doesn't help me to get to the next level. I don't need to know. Look, people talk about the third eye. I don't need to know that. If it's the third eye could be, I feel like the third eye, I used to study way back where they talk about the third eye. It's the Horus, right? And it's in your brain, and that this thing, it's like a set, it's in the Think and Grow Rich too. It's like a set vibration and frequency, radio wave frequency, right? That's it. You don't need to know that, right? I don't need to know my third eye is opening and I don't go live on my life. Shit, it's like a fucking hermit. And so, but also, people who talk about, all the universal laws, you shouldn't know them. Okay, once you know them, then what? You know them, then your life don't improve. You're not building a future for yourself just because you know. It's just like when you're in a bad mood, when your focus is not right, you're not gonna use law of attraction, or you can try. Spiritual people can try, right? But if you knock on when life knocks down on you, you're not gonna focus that. You're gonna focus on how you feel, because we're a feeling creature, right? We're not thinking. We can think, but we feel, right? Well, I'm speaking to myself because I feel before I. So, but the thing is, the way to do the thing that we want to do is change the direction to the the input and the output. You say you want to do this, but you're not doing it, because so how am I different from who I was back then? I didn't have anybody to listen to. Like, I mean, nobody listened to, nobody's, all I did was I go in solitude. I just read, try to practice and test out the law of attraction, try to test out my subconscious mind. I did that back in the day. I test out a lot of things. I was like, oh, that's weird. And I test,